Hey everybody, it's Lynnette Khalfani-Cox, the money coach, and I wanted to share with you guys a vision that I had. I wanted to really cast a vision and kind of issue a challenge out there for what I think is the perfect opportunity and the right time to make something really powerful and impactful happen in this country. And that is, it's time for the Money Channel. A 24/7, all the time, no holds bar look at money issues in people's lives. And over the past 20 years, I can tell you guys, I've talked to people about every single kind of money issue that they've had. And I feel like I could really launch a network. If not a whole network, maybe certainly a whole category or a genre devoted just to money and personal finances. Do you guys realize that there's nothing like this on any network or on any streaming platform right now, currently? No specific dedicated genre or category devoted to money, the topic that affects all of our lives. Guess what? There's parenting galore. There's lifestyle. There's travel. There's food. There's all these categories that look at so many different aspects of our lives, but nothing touching upon money, that almighty dollar that plays such a huge role in so many people's lives in so many different ways. That's a big miss. It's a gap that's been missing. And guess what, everybody? Thankfully, the tide is starting to turn. That's why I was so super excited to come on and really just cast this vision and kind of put it out there, because I've noticed a recent trend. As a former journalist, I'm always looking at trends, I used to be a Dow Jones and a Wall Street Journal reporter for CNBC, and I know a trend when I see one. And I want to tell you guys about one that I'm seeing right now, which makes me such a happy person as a money geek that I am, the person who loves to talk about personal finances. What is this trend? Well, finally, the entertainment world is starting to understand that we can talk about money in all different topics, in all different ways, in all different platforms. And we can do it in a way that's engaging and not boring, that's not like droning on and on about it, in a way that brings to life the real life money issues that people face all the time. And I'm here to tell you, there are some real down to earth, just human nature issues. Can we be real about the drama that goes down when you start talking to folks about their money? You start talking to people about relationships and money, what happens between spouses, or you're going to see some fireworks jump off. That's why you see all these bridal shows when they talk about, about say yes to the dress and all of that. Or the shows that are looking at people who are trying to find a house or whatever. That's money behind those, You got to have money to buy that wedding dress. You need money to make that home purchase. But as I mentioned, it's changing. And I wanted to share with you guys 4 different sort of peekaboos into how I see this changing based on actual content that's been created. And so I hope that this inspires others to put out more content, because ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, cable outlets, we should be having all these conversations about money on an ongoing basis. And I know people are going to say, we have CNBC. I know, I used to work there. That's not what I'm talking about. I know people, might be like me and remember when we had CNN FN. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember when we had CNN FN. That's not what I'm talking about. Those are mostly geared towards the investing community and people who are concerned with the financial markets, etc. Not that we don't need to know about stock market investing and all that. I absolutely think that those are critical. But I'm talking about so many other aspects of people's lives, like sending your kid to college, like getting married, like when you have a baby, like when you get married. There's literally shows we can create around all of these different aspects of a person's life, because money touches upon each and every one of these things. So just let me show you guys real quick some of the ways that I see this is finally changing based on actual content. Number one, I don't know if you guys have heard about recently the Netflix documentary series called Get Smart with Money. If you don't, you absolutely have to check it out. This is a series that pairs hardworking people who are facing economic struggles with 4 different financial pros over the course of a year. Now, one of those pros is my girl, Tiffany. Hey, shout out to Tiffany Alicia, known as the Budgetnista. Paula Pant is in there. Hey, Paula, another one of my friends, along with Ross Mack and Mr. Money Mustache. Now, again, if you guys have not checked out this Netflix series, I strongly recommend that you do. Again, it's called Get Smart with Money. By the way, Tiffany has a book called Get Good with Money. You see what they did there? Yeah, I noticed that, Netflix. Also, there's the PBS series. And again, these are all just launched, like in the last month or two, okay? So the PBS series called Opportunity Knocks is another great one to watch. This one takes debt-laden families and pairs them with 3 different financial experts to guide them towards financial independence. Hello, who are some of the financial experts? Again, some of my friends in the industry that I've known for so many years. One of them is Gene Chatsky. Hey, Gene, shout out to you. Patrice Washington, yes, is another one. I'm so happy to see you guys thriving and doing well. And Luis Barajas, yes, the 3 of them do a great job on this PBS series called Opportunity Knocks. Check that one out as well. Then, lastly, there's another Netflix series called Buy My House. Okay, this is one that they have homeowners from all around the country in different markets, and they take people who have different types of properties and they let them pitch different business tycoons and investors, kind of like Shark Tank style, in order to try to sell their real estate, okay? All different kinds, single family homes, short-term rentals, multifamily, stuff that they want to flip. They have all different types of real estate ventures that they've been in, and now they're trying to sell or offload them, or in some cases, even upgrade and improve them. And the 4 different kind of business tycoons, if you will, the 4 different really investors in this program are Brandon Copeland, an NFL player. You guys might know him, of course, from the Atlanta Falcons. The CEO of Redfin, Glenn Kelman, Corcoran Group President and CEO, Pamela Liebman, and financial property specialist, Denisha Rigster. Now, I'm saying that, wow, all of a sudden in the last month or two, we've got 3 shows on, again, all talking about money and personal finances in a way that we've never had it. And I'm like, woohoo, I'm cheering from the rafters because of this. But guess what? That's not it. I told you there were 4 different things, right? So those were 3 shows. But guess what else? United Talent Agency has even gotten into the act. They represent a lot of celebrities, a lot of speakers, a lot of big names all across Hollywood and, film and TV, business people like myself who are speakers professionally, etc. Not that they represent me, not right now, but what I'm saying is UTA has what they're calling a new and quote unquote emerging category for speakers. And guess what it's dedicated to? Money and personal finances. So when I saw this with UTA, I was like, go ahead on. They get it. Yes. The same for Netflix, which apparently is kind of building that roster of content. This is throwing down the gauntlet. This is a challenge to all of the potential network executives out there, people who work in TV and in the entertainment industry. Don't think for a moment that financial content can't be engaging, fun, compelling, lively, what I call infotainment. It's informative, it's helpful, it's educational, yes, but it's also entertaining. It has a nice little spin to it to keep an audience drawn to that content, coming back time and time again, week after week. And frankly, it doesn't even have to be the vision that I have, doesn't even have to be on a network or a cable outlet per se, because I think it's kind of platform agnostic, so to speak, because this should be all over social media. It should be on Instagram, it should be on TikTok, it should be on Facebook. And by the way, have you heard about FinTok, where people, financial influencers, are now spreading what I call the gospel of personal finances, even on platforms like TikTok. Yes, in 20 and 30-second short little videos, they're teaching people in an engaging, entertaining way about personal finances and how to manage their money. So again, this has been Lynnette Khalfani-Cox, the Money Coach. I just wanted to share that vision with you, and I hope we see more of this content. We don't need to have just 1, 2, 3 shows. There should be 24/7, access to this content, streaming platforms, networks, cable outlets, and more. And I hope in 2023 and beyond, that's exactly what happens.